K-Sign GCR to all stations. I will be calling the Friday Night Fun at exactly 5 minutes at 8 o'clock. Repeating, the Friday Night Fun that will be getting underway in exactly 5 minutes at 8 o'clock. This is K-Sign GCR. We Corby, stand by for the net.
And 9 NDI.
N9 NDI, this is K-Sign GCR. Good evening, Mark.
Good evening, Jim. I believe it's Jim and 9 NDI.
Good evening. You got a good signal coming into the repeater this evening.
No, that's good. I just wondering if KD9 SAZ's in there, Dan.
Oh, I don't know if he's in there or not. We got 4 minutes before the Friday Night Fun that starts. I'll see if he's available. KD9 SAZ, K-Sign GCR. Dan, you're on frequency.
If he hears my voice, he'll jump in here, Jimmy. We're good friends. He knows me. 89 AZ and 9 NDI. He must be busy or not at home, so I'll get out of here. Good talking to you and good hearing you, Jim, and 9 NDI.
Okay, I'm going to be starting the Friday Night Fun in about 3 minutes. If you like, you're welcome to stay and check in.
Check me in, because I'm going to go to call it early night, and I'm not getting a repeater that good, only about 3 bars.
Okay, I have no problem copying you whatsoever, Mark. Okay, I'll put you down. 7-3, have a good evening. K-Sign GCR, be clear.
And 9 NDI, clear.
Good evening, everybody. It's 8 o'clock, and welcome to the Friday Night Fun Net on the W9XD repeater in Rockford. My name is Jim. My call is K-Sign GCR. I'm located here in Freeport. I'll be your host this evening. The purpose of MGS is what's name implies to have fun. This is what the Zombie Rams Radio is all about, in addition to providing emergency communications when the situation warrants. The secondary purpose of the set is to provide an on-air meeting place for all AMS radio operators. Everybody's welcome to check in. You do not have to be a member of any club, organization, group, or association to participate in this net. All you need is a valid FCC license. This net meets each every Friday evening at 8 p.m. This repeater is a PL 114.8 minus offset. You need to have that program in your radio in order to have access to the repeater. This is the Friday Night Fun Net with Jimmy Dorsey, KC9GCR. It's live streamed on YouTube at youtube.com/Kerry Tatlow. You don't need to register for YouTube or Facebook to listen to this live stream. Just go to YouTube and then search for Kerry Tatlow live stream. Kerry, Kilo, Echo, Romeo, Yankee, Tatlow, Tango, Alpha, Tango, Lima, Oscar, Whiskey. You should find tonight's FunNet live stream listed there. Click it and listen in. If you don't have a computer, if you don't have internet, you're not able to hear the repeater very well, you can give me a call on the Friday Night FunNet Central Hotline, area code 815-232-FN, 232-3636, the local Freeport number. I'll take your check on no other phone, but try to check it on the radio first if at all possible. Okay, here's what we're going to do. First, we're going to take short time and boat check-ins. If you have family time, or you're something you want to watch on TV, or you're passing through the area and you would rather concentrate on your driving than talk on the radio, I'll take your mobile or short time check-in. And if you have traffic, you do your traffic right away. After that, we'll take check-ins from anywhere in northern Illinois or southern Wisconsin. If the band is open, we'll take check-ins from any other Indiana, Iowa, or Missouri, Minnesota, or who knows where. Okay, we'll do our regular features. We'll do the Friday Night FunNet Tech Corner. Are you having a problem with your power supply or amplifier? What kind of antenna do you want to put up on your tower? What kind of a radio do you want to buy? Bass, mobile, all bone, APRS, DMR, FT8, GMRS. If you have any technical questions, please feel free to bring them for the net. We'll do our best to answer them for you. Then we'll do the Friday Night FunNet contest / DX Corner. Did you make any DX contacts this week? I only made one. So, and we're anxious to hear if you made any DX contacts. We'll love to hear your report. Then we'll have our swap net. Anything you want to buy, trade, or watch, relate to hobbies or apps, radio, or computers, we'll definitely do that. Okay. We're going to be 2 questions tonight. First of all, what do you put in ketchup, mustard, or pickle relish, anything on your onions, on your hamburgers, or hot dogs, or brats? We want to hear from you. And also, today, Channel 17 on their newscast, they did a morning mug club survey. What was your favorite restaurant in Rockford back in the day? They are no longer in operation now. Was it who was it? Jerry's, Hollywood, or some of the other Shakey's Pizza? That's what we'll talk about that later on this evening. Then we're gonna do like I did last week. In case I get a lot of check-ins, we're gonna do a lot of trivia questions from the ARRL Tech, General, and Extra Q&A books, just like we did last week. Okay, with all the so-called formalities out of the way, let's get underway. Do we have any short time on mobile stations that like to check in? Please call now.
KC9 QPL, Paul Low Spark, short time 73, and I'm clear.
KC9 QPL, Paul Low Spark. Okay, Paul, I've got you checked in short time 73. Have a good evening. Thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. Any more short time on mobile stations would like to check in? Please call now. Okay, well, there'll be no short time. By the way, just for the net start, Mark, N9NDI down Sterling, Illinois. Throughout this call, we talked to you about a little bit. Since it was just as close to the start of the net, I decided to put him down as a regular check-in, since this was close to the start time of the net. So, okay. Let's go with general check-ins. Do we have any general check-ins who'd like to check the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
KD9VQM, good evening, Jimmy. This is Eric from Monroe checking in. I don't know if I'll be around for the full 2 hours, but I'm going to try to see if I can make most of it. So just checking in.
KD9VQM, Eric and Monroe, thanks for checking in. And, hey, stay with us for as long as you can. If you gotta go, you gotta go. That's all there is to it. But at least stay for most of it anyway. Thanks for checking in. We'll get back to you in a few minutes at roundtable. All right. Any more general check-ins on the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Once again, do we have any general check-ins for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call K-Sign GCR.
This is KE9 CNS, Doug and Rockford. You usually wait for the big guns to check in, but I'll check in now. I don't know how long I'll stay, but KE9 CNS, listening.
Okay, KE9 CNS, Doug and Rockford. Doug is net control for the Thursday evening in Winnebago County areas and Skywarn net. That's out at 7 p.m. with this repair. You did a great job last evening there. Doug, thanks for checking in. Stay as long as you can. If you have to leave, that's you gotta go, but you're checked in anyway. Thanks. Okay. Any more general check-ins with Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay, well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to go ahead, while we're waiting for more check-ins, I'm going to go ahead and do my traffic. Tomorrow morning, Stevens County Repair Association will have our monthly club meeting tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. in the Freeport Public Library. If you're not doing anything, come on over. Let's pack the place. There was no meeting last month due to the fact that the library was closed due to the Tully Baker Fest, which was underway then. So our last meeting was in June. We're going to have one tomorrow. So you're welcome to come over. Also, I'm happy to report last Saturday we had our bi-monthly VE testing session. We had a station, a ham radio operator named Rich. Came all the way up here from East Peoria, Illinois, to take his extra class license test. Not only did he take it, he passed it with 100%. So Central Illinois and the Peoria area will have a new extra class ham radio operator. So that'd be good. Let me reset. Okay, our next VE testing session here in Freeport will take place on Saturday, October 3rd. Okay, let's go ahead with our other traffic. The Friday morning breakfast meets every Friday morning from 7:30 a.m. until about 9 a.m. We order breakfast at 8 a.m. It's at the spring. It's an informal gathering of fan folks. No affiliations necessary, good food and good company. Everyone is welcome to attend. It's held at the Spring Garden Family Restaurant, 4820 North 2nd Street, Loves Park, Illinois, 61111. The Greater Boynham Radio Club, or G-Bar, meets monthly on the second Saturday of the month at 8 a.m. They'll be meeting tomorrow. It's their monthly Saturday morning breakfast. It's held at Denny's Restaurant, Flying J Truck Stop, Illinois 75 and I-90-39. All are welcome to join the group for food and lots of hand talk. The bi-monthly Saturday morning breakfast of the Rock River Valley GMRS Breakfast Club meets on the first and third Saturdays of each month at 9 a.m. at Mr. C's Family Restaurant, 4309 West State Street, Rockford, Illinois, 61102. Okay, that's your update on your local breakfast and what have. You're not doing anything, go to the weekly rah-rah breakfast on the Friday mornings, starting at 7:30 a.m. and they order breakfast around 8 a.m. Spring Garden Family Restaurant, 4820 North 2nd Street, Loves Park, Illinois, 61111. Then tomorrow, the Greater Boyd Amps Radio Club will have their bi-monthly meeting at Denny's Restaurant, 4820 North, no, just a minute. Denny's Restaurant, Flying J Truck Stop, Illinois 75 and I-90-39. Then the bi-monthly Saturday morning breakfast for the GMRS operators meets at Mr. C's Family Restaurant, 4309 West State Street, Rockford, Illinois 61102. That's all the announcements. Are there any more stations wishing to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go on.
Check in and out with no traffic, Jim, KB911.
KB9OLF, okay, Ruben. Hey, what's going on with you? What is your favorite items that you like to put on your hamburgers? You put in ketchup, mustard, or pickle relish on your hamburgers, or hot dogs, or brats? What do you say?
Whatever I have and I want to put on it, Jim. I'm in and out. I don't have any traffic for the net. KB911.
KB9OLF, okay, Ruben in Cedarville, Illinois. Thanks for checking in, Sundry. Have a good evening. Enjoy your weekend. Thanks for checking in. Do we have any more stations you'd like to check in? Please call now. Okay, let's go ahead with our regular features. Let's start with the Friday Night Fun Net Tech Corner. Are you having a problem with your power supply or amplifier? What kind of an antenna do you want to put up on your tower? What kind of a radio do you want to buy? Base, mobile, all mode, APRS, DMR, FT8, GMRS. If you have any technical questions, please feel to bring them before the net. We'll do our best to answer them for you. Anybody have any technical questions they'd like to bring for the net this time? Okay, no technical questions. Well, we'll go ahead and do the Friday Night Fun Net contest / DX Corner. Did you make any DX contacts this week? The only contact I made was with the bi-monthly Illinois State Aries Net, which meets on 7.2 during the warm weather months. They meet on 7.217 megahertz. 40 meters lower sideband at 4:30 p.m. first and third Sundays of each month. I made a contact with the Lloyd KB9APW. He's EC for IMA reach number 2, which Stevenson and Winnebago counties are part. So that was about it. So okay, did anybody make any DX contacts? Please go ahead, please.
KB9NAP.
Hey, K9MAP. Okay, Kerry, let me go ahead and check in the net first. I'll be right with you. Okay, K9MAP. All right, let's get my get my paperwork all straightened out here. Okay, Kerry, what do you got for us?
KD9MAP, thanks, and good evening, everybody. I didn't accomplish too much on HF this week. I have 29 contacts, only 4 countries, 2 new United States counties, and that's about it. The most distant station, once again, was a Japanese station. This time it was JE7 PKV on 15 meters. He's in Fukushima, a distance of 6,100 miles. Brief reset. With regard to your questions tonight, for hamburgers, I say the more stuff you put on there, the better. You know, for pizzas, I like to keep it simple, but for hamburgers, you know, lettuce, tomato, onion, pickles, mustard and ketchup, throw it on there. Mayonnaise, bacon, you got bacon, throw that on there. The more the merrier for a hamburger. And let's see, what was the other one? Let me think. Brief reset. Old restaurants in Rockford. I think the one that I missed the most was El Revolto. That was on 11th Street, south of Harrison. There's a Mexican restaurant. I really like that place. It's gone now. Let's see, honorable mention. There was a sandwich shop downtown in the 1970s. It was called Beggar's Bridge. That was very, very good. And we also had another submarine restaurant chain here for a short time. Brief reset. Back in the 70s and 80s, I think. And they were really good. They had one of their locations out at 5 Points here. And man, did they have good potato salad. I love that potato salad. And the sub sandwiches were good too. So there's 3 for you. 89 MAP.
Okay, Kerry, I think I doubled over you. I didn't mean to double. I'm sorry. What was that first place and that second place again? I covered you. I'm sorry. Say that again, please.
Oh, my first favorite restaurant was El Revolto. It was on 11th Street, south of Harrison. It's gone now. I really like it. It's a great Mexican restaurant. And when I say it's gone, it's really gone. I mean, the building is gone, too. Another one that I really liked was downtown. It was called Beggar's Bridge. It was a sandwich shop back in the 1970s. It was like a build-your-own sandwich shop. Really good. Back to you, KD9 MAP.
Okay, Kerry, sounds good. My favorite. We used to have a Jerry's Hamburgers here in Freeport many years ago. Back when I was going to junior high and high school, and we used to go and we used to stop there occasionally have burgers. We used to have a Dog and Sons. Oh boy, that was a drive-in. That was just a regular drive-in restaurant. You had the car hops, the jukebox playing rock and roll music, and that was a cool place back in the day. The Dog and Sons. I think you used to have one in Rockford there 2 years ago. So, hey, Kerry, thanks for checking in and giving us your GX report and what your favorite eating places you were.
You're very welcome. We had a Dog and Suds in the 1970s right next to the machine shop that I worked at, the Atwood building on North Main. And on Tuesdays they would have 15-cent chili dogs. I would get 4 of them, and that would be my lunch on Tuesday. Back to you, KD9 MAP.
Okay, sounds good there, Kerry. Oh, good old Dog and Sons. No ifs, ands, or buts about. Okay, Kerry. Thanks. Hey, thank you for checking in. let me know if you're getting any internet check-ins for YouTube check-ins or what have you. Okay, hey, before I continue, are there any more stations who would like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go now. All right, well, let's go to the swap net. All MC bulk sold or trading must be related to hobbies of RAM trading or computers. All MC bulk sold or trading must be the property of or in possession of the person who wants to get rid of the stuff. You may mention prices over the air, but the haggling should take place either in person or over the telephone. Also, no commercial business of any kind is allowed. Is there any station with SwapNet traffic? Please go ahead. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I am happy to report that Richard, N9ZO, finally sold his 1,000 feet of the coax. Ruben K9OLF called me on the radio yesterday morning. He told me that Richard had got a hold of him. And later on, Richard N9ZO called me on the phone. He told me all about it. So congratulations. That's probably a load off his mind now. That Richard finally sold that 1,000 feet of coax. A guy was supposed to come to his house and pick it up. So that is great. I said I would keep advertising it until it's gone. Well, I did. I advertised it. Now it's gone. That's great. So thanks to Richard N9ZO for giving out, putting that out. So that's about it. Okay, any stations have any SwapNet traffic? Please go ahead. Okay, do we have any more stations who would like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go now. Okay, this is here is number 24 of the 30 original Radio Nut jokes. You know you're a radio nut when the total number of antennas on your house is greater than 6 other houses on your block, counting the ham down the street. That's number 24 of the original Radio Nut jokes. If you have a homemade Radio Nut joke you want to pass along, you can give me a call on the Friday Night Fun Net hotline, area code 815-232-FN, 232-3636. And, or you can tell me over the radio. The homemade Radio Nut jokes are better than the 30 original ones anyway. Okay, at this time, one more time for check-ins, and then we're going to do Friday Night Fun Net trivia. Okay, now we're gonna do Friday Night Fun Net trivia. This is for the benefit of those new hams who are studying for their first ham radio license. We have quite a few people who listen to us on scanners. They can't listen to police communications anymore unless they have a very expensive digital scanner. And or else you can still listen to fire and EMS communications on VHF analog high band. So this is again our next VE testing session will take place on Saturday, October 3rd. Okay, we're going to read 5 questions of tech Q&A, 5 more questions of general class Q&A, then the 5 more questions of extra class Q&A. Okay, here we go with the first one. Okay, first one. Who may select a desired call sign under the vanity call sign rules? A. Only a licensed amateur with a general or amateur extra class license. B. Only a licensed amateur with an amateur extra class license. C. Only a licensed amateur who has been licensed continuously for more than 10 years. D. Any licensed amateur who may select a desired call sign under the vanity call sign rules. A. Only a licensed amateur with a general or amateur extra class license. B. Only a licensed amateur with an amateur extra class license. This is not double talk, folks. C. Only a licensed amateur who has been licensed continuously for more than 10 years. D. Any licensed amateur. Anybody have correct answer to this question?
HM KD9VQM here. I think I'm going to say D, any licensed amateur.
You are correct, Eric. You are correct. And your signal, W, a lot better, a lot stronger signal. That's good. Okay. Who may select a desired call sign under the vanity call sign rules? The correct answer is D, Delta. Any licensed amateur. 97.19. Licensed hams can pick any available call authorized for their license class. There are many available calls for technician licensees to choose from in the Group C, 1 by 3 in parentheses, and Group D, 2 by 3 in parentheses, call sign formats. Ham Radio License Manual, page 7-17. Okay, next question. Oh boy. Why are simplex UHF signals rarely heard beyond their radio horizon? A. They are too weak to go very far. B. FCC regulations prohibit them from going more than 50 miles. C. UHF signals are usually not propagated by the ionosphere. D. UHF signals are absorbed by the atmospheric D layer. Why are simplex UHF signals rarely heard beyond their radio horizon? A. They are too weak to go very far. B. FCC regulations prohibit them from going more than 50 miles. C. UHF signals are usually not propagated by the ionosphere. D. UHF signals are absorbed by the ionospheric D region. Anybody have correct answer to this question?
I think I'm going to also say C. They are just line of sight. They're not going to be really interacted with the ionosphere, if I'm thinking right on this, Jim.
You are correct, Eric. You are correct. Why are simplex UHF signals rarely heard beyond their radio horizon? The correct answer is C, Charlie. UHF signals are usually not propagated by the ionosphere. VHF and UHF signals usually pass through the ionosphere and are lost to space. Long-distance ionospheric propagation is the most common way for hams to make long-distance contacts on the HF bands. Ham Radio License Manual, page 4-3. Okay, we'll find another one here. Okay, which of these frequencies travels at the highest velocity in frequency? Skip that. I read that one last week. I'm not going to read it again. We'll skip that one. Disregard. What is the approximate velocity of a radio wave in free space? A. 150 million kilometers per second. B. 300 million meters per second. C. 300 million miles per hour. D. 150 million miles per hour. What is the approximate velocity of a radio wave in free space? A. 150 million kilometers per second. B. 300 million meters per second. C. 300 million miles per hour. D. 150 million miles per hour. Anybody have correct answer to this question? Okay. What is the approximate velocity of a radio wave in free space? The correct answer is B Bravo, 300 million meters per second. The speed of light in space and air is very close to 300 million meters per second, or 300 million, or 3 times 10 meters per second. Hand radio license manual, page 2-5. Okay. Electrical power is measured in which of the following units? A. Volts. B. Watts. C. Watt hours. D. Amperes. Electrical power is measured in which of the following units? A. Volts. B. Watts. C. Watt hours. D. Amperes. Anybody have correct answer to this question?
I'm gonna say B Bravo, watts, Jimmy.
A-X-D. This is case on GCR, the Friday Night Floodnet on the W9XT Repair in Rockford, transmitting from Friday Night Floodnet Central in Freeport. You are correct, Eric. You are correct. Electrical power is measured in which of the following units? The correct answer is B Bravo, watts. Power is measured in watts, which are abbreviated as W. Ham radio license manual, page 3-7. Okay. Okay. Which of the following components can consist of 3 regions of semiconductor material? A. Alternator. B. Transistor. C. Triode. D. Pentode. Which of the following components can consist of 3 regions of semiconductor material? A. Alternator. B. Transistor. C. Triode. D. Pentode. Anybody have correct answer to this question?
'89 VQM here. I'm gonna say B Bravo transistor. I think that's the only one of those 4 that's actually a semiconductor, if memory serves, Jimmy.
You are correct, Eric. You are correct. Which of the following components can consist of 3 regions of semiconductor material? Correct answer is B Bravo, transistor. A transistor is made from up to 3 layers of P and N-type semiconductor material. Ham radio license manual, page 3-10. Okay. Next, we're going to do 5 more questions in the general Q&A. But before we do that, do we have any more stations who wish to check in the Friday Night Floodnet? Please go on.
Hey Jim, KD9 VQM here quick.
Go ahead, Eric.
I realized, and I suppose we could do this after the trivia, however you want to do it, but I guess you're asking the 2 main questions of how do you like your hamburger and which one of those places historically do you like. Did you want me to interject that here or wait till after the trivia?
I'll tell you what, the way things are going with the check-ins, they'll probably end up doing this throughout the net here, but go ahead. What's your favorite hamburger? What do you like to put on your hamburgers? And I don't know, you probably never been to Rockford that much. So what are your favorite places that you used to go to, like in Monroe or somewhere, like back in the day?
Yeah, roger that. So you're right. I haven't been to Rockford too much, probably since the early 2000s. But I would say that. So for hamburgers, So a couple ways. If my wife makes them, I usually take them with mustard on there, and I usually just do a hamburger bun and mustard. If it's a restaurant like I guess a McDonald's, I guess you could say, I do like the chopped onions and I like the lettuce and the cheese and everything. That's pretty good on those. My son, however, loves if everything swims in ketchup. And I do not like that. I don't even think I like that. I don't even think I liked ketchup when I was a kid even that much. But I'll take it if it's there. I'll eat pickles if it's there too on a burger. But I try to do hold the pickles, and sometimes too much ketchup is gross. Let me reset here. And I guess in answer to the restaurants, I don't remember some of these too much. Some of these restaurants were in other regions. They had a Jerry's Hamburgers in Janesville, I think, up until the 1990s. And they had a Shakey's Pizza. I think that was all part of a chain up on the north side of Janesville. And I spent a lot of time in Janesville around that time. But I would say the Shakey's Pizza, I remember that being pretty good pizza. If it was anything like the Rockford location, I think a lot of people liked it. And they had that for many years, 70s, 80s, 90s. I think the one in Janesville just closed a few years back, but I'd say probably Shakey's. We're talking honorable mentions too. Let me do a quick reset. My honorable mention for a restaurant, I guess this is somewhere in between traditional and fast food. It's kind of both, but I used to get excited every time I would see an A&W restaurant. We really don't have many around here now, but I love the chocolate shakes. I love the Papa Bear burger. I love the way they made the sandwiches. Some of these have gone kind of into a decline. And you don't really, if you do find one, sometimes it's either still really good or really not that great, depending on the location. And we've come across a few of them that weren't that great. But we've also found a diamond in the rough once in a while and seen one that's pretty clean and the food's good and everything. So, but A&W is always kind of a favorite place if I would see it. But that's pretty much all I have on those. Sorry for the long-winded rag shoe on that, but this is KD9VQM back over to KC9GCR and the Fun Net.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Don't worry about it. That's great. That's what we like to hear about those different places. Listen, we used to have an A&W root beer stand here in Freeport too. Every Tuesday for many years. They would have like a Coney Dog Day. My mother and I would go over there on the Tuesdays and have Coney Dog. You pay $1 for them. You got your Coney Dog, put whatever stuff on. You got all your French fries and what have you, and your drink. Oh, that was great. That was a wonderful thing that he did back then.
Yeah, roger that. I mean, it's really one of those places that it was. In a way, kind of like fast food, but in a kind of a way not. I mean, it came from kind of a traditional time, but if they run it really good, it's a good experience. And when some of the food they had was absolutely delicious.
It sure was. Oh, you ain't a kid. That's for sure. I didn't drink root beer much, but I always liked orange or whatever kind of pop they served there, sir. That was great. Hey, I'll tell you what. Thanks for mentioning that A&W. Oh, I was going to mention that too. Thanks. And now we're going to do 5 questions for extra from the extra Q&A book. But before we do we have any more stations we'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go on.
KC9GCR. Here is KC9YI, Kilo Charlie 9 Yankee India.
KC9YI, Scott Monroe, what's going on? Hey, Scott, what's happening with you? What's going on?
Really impressed with the signal of the repeater tonight. Something's going on with the storms in the area. I just hooked everything back up here. It starting to clear out a little bit to the west right now, so I thought it was safe to get on the air. And but the 6-1 repeater is almost full scale here tonight, so really coming in. Let's see what else is happening here. Just was watching a little TV, and the wife and I kind of like to watch. They have this ugliest house contest, and they remodel houses and stuff like that. So that we were kind of watching that a little bit. KC9GCR. This is KC9YI.
Okay, well that'll be good, Scott. Hey, yeah. I had Mark N9NDI down in Sterling. Checked in just before the net started. But so I decided to put him down as a general check-in. Usually I put him down as an early check-in, but since he checked in so close to the net, I decided to put him down as a general regular check-in. So during the net. So okay, Scott, we're talking about what do you like to put on your hamburgers, like or hot dogs or brats, ketchup, mustard, or pickle relish, or onions, or what have you? And what do you say?
AXD.
Oh, cheese. But yeah, I usually ketchup, but ketchup doesn't agree with me just too good anymore. But I like ketchup, and some mustard is good too. But yeah, I'm kind of hungry. I didn't eat a whole lot for supper tonight, but you start talking about hamburgers and stuff. Of course, they have a contest here in Monroe of the best hamburger, in the county or something like that. So they've got some pretty good ones, and some cute names for some of them around here too.
That's good. That's good. That's good. Also, my second question, I was asking, what was your favorite restaurant? Well, of course, what was your favorite restaurant that you used to go to back in the day that are no longer in operation now? I know years ago they used to have a Golden Corral. We used to have one here in Freeport there too, and then they had let's see, I think it was the Swiss Wheel. And you had some of those other places that are no longer operating in Monroe. What do you say?
Yeah, there's quite a few over the years have changed. Marco's was one, too, that was down by the post office. I think that's either a Mexican grocery store or restaurant now. I don't know. I think they might still have food there. But I'm gonna pull one way out of the hat. Over in Platteville, there used to be a restaurant called the Timbers, and it was a very, very fancy place. But the whole restaurant was this pipe organ, and he would play the organ, while you ate, and it was really a special place. In fact, we got engaged over there, but that was like 42 years ago.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. WEKZ used to have that New Glarus Hotel show on every day. The guy used to play that organ. That was the organ music on there, yeah. Well, you mentioned that. I happened to think about that.
Yeah, Stan Newberger had Studio B, was it, or something like that? I remember he used to play organ. That was always good.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure. Okay, Scott. Hey, thank you for checking in and giving us your thoughts about your favorite food and what have you. So yeah, cheese days, they'll be coming up next month. Hopefully you have good weather for that. I know 2 years ago, the last time you had the parade got rained out because it rained so hard there. So hopefully you'll have good weather for that this year.
Yeah, it's the third week in September. Yeah, it'll be here before you know it. A lot of talk about it already, and they're trying to get some of the streets fixed by that time. Big thing over here is that they're putting in a roundabout over by the new high school. And of course, school is going to be starting real soon. And in fact, we kind of drove over there. We're supposed to take a tour of the new high school for Becky's 50th class reunion. And so we went over there to see if we could if you could get over there. And boy, they got quite the parking lots, and it's unbelievable, all the sporting fields they have around there, from soccer fields to football fields to I don't know what. But anyway, we're gonna hopefully get a tour of it tomorrow. So and right now, like I say, the repeater is almost as strong as the Monroe repeater. It's such a strong band opening right now that you're just slightly below the signal strength of the Monroe repeater, which is only 3 miles from here. So it's quite a little thing going on here between Monroe and Rockford. Anyway, back to net, KC9GCR. This is KC9YI. I'll be clear.
Okay, Scott sounds good. Hey, thanks for checking in. You have a good thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Day and participating in the net. We'll catch you on Sunday evening during the Green County net. 7-3, thanks for checking in. Okay, do we have any more stations who'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun Day? If you're coming over their Friday Night fish fry, steak fry, grocery shopping, or the show, you're coming over from their favorite hamburger place or hot dog place or what have you. If you just turn your radio on, you've been copying me over the last 45 or 47 minutes, this is your chance of checking the Friday Night Fun Net from anywhere in the region. Without traffic, please call KC9GCR.
U9BL.
Listening.
Okay, I got 2 stations checking in. Let's try that one more time, please.
U9BL.
W9BL and Robin Brangle. Okay, Rob, I got it checked in. I'll get back to you in a minute. There was another station trying to check in, another station come back.
K9RUK checking in.
K9RUK. Okay, Barb, I've got you checked in. I'll get back to you in a couple minutes there. Thanks for both of you for checking in. W9BL, Rob, what's going on with you? Or I'm asking the question, what do you like to put on your hamburgers, hot dogs, brats, or what have you? Like to put on ketchup, mustard, pickle relish, onions, what do you say? And the next question is, what is your favorite restaurant that's no longer operational that you used to go to back in the day?
Oh, okay. Well, I like on hot dogs. I like the ketchup and onions on the hot dogs. But I know in Chicago the ketchup's a no-no. But I still like it, especially from Portillo's. I like the ketchup and onions and get 2 hot dogs there. So and hamburgers, I like cheeseburgers and pretty much the works on it. So there you have it. So yeah, as far as restaurants go, oh gosh, I'm trying to think of one that I really enjoyed that's gone. It'll come to me, but I just can't come up with one right now. Boy, it's been a long Fisherman's Inn down there in out on Main Street. west of Batavia, just south of Elburn there. We always liked that. They had good fish fries out there. They had fish out there in the lakes and stuff right around that restaurant that they'd catch from time to time too. So, but yeah, Fisherman's Inn out there will have really good meals there, and we certainly did enjoy that for years. So I guess that would be mine. But let's see. Other than that, not much going on, Jimmy. But I just want to say hello to the gentleman KC9YI up there in Monroe. I like that town. That's Monroe, Wisconsin. I take it it's Monroe, Wisconsin, isn't it, Jimmy?
USL, Monroe, Wisconsin. That's the home of Cheese Days. That'll be coming up in about the middle of the next month there. Yeah, Monroe, Wisconsin.
Okay, very good. Well, I'm just waving a hand at him up there because I certainly do like I like that town. We go up there and walk the square and have a meal at the restaurants downtown. Really a great little city there. So, but anyhow, that's all I had, Jimmy. And this is Rob out here in Marengo, and we'll kick it back to you there, Jimmy. KC9GCR, W9BL.
Okay, sounds good there, Rob. If you get a chance, Green County Aries Races that meets at 7:30 p.m. on Sunday evenings on the 145.110 repeater in Monroe, Wisconsin, PL 123.0 Maya Sausage. If you get a chance, if you have program that frequency in your radio, you'll be able to check into their Sunday evening at net there. That starts at 7:30 on Sunday.
We'll do 7:30 on Sunday. I'll look for that and see if we can't connect up. I can swing the beam around up that way, so should be able to connect up with them. Thanks a lot, Jimmy, and everybody out there. Have a good evening, a good weekend. Hopefully you guys watch the lightning out there. There is a storm rolling up from DeKalb up this way, so I don't hear much out there. Not much static even on the HF. Locally anyway, so I don't know. But anyhow, okay, Jimmy, take care. Have a good one. Everyone, take care. W9BL.
Thanks for checking, Rob. Southern, have a good one. K9GCR, we clear. K9RUK, Marv, what is going on with you?
Well, I went out today to deliver a letter and went up to Target on 173 to pick up a few things. And I'm now eating mac and cheese and minced fish, Stouffer's, but it's good, with Bucky Badger creamy horseradish sauce. And the other alternative to that would be Dijon mustard on fish. Just love it. And I have yet to get up to Monroe to get my half-inch cheese sandwich. I'm trying to think of the name of it right now. Anyway, but I will get up there. That's about it.
Okay, are you thinking of Baumgartner's?
Yep, Baumgartner's and the other one. Limburger cheese. Half-inch of Limburger cheese on white bread.
Oh, okay. Maybe Scott, K99YI would know. Scott, what is that other place there that serves that stuff there? Do you know?
Right now, the only restaurant that comes to mind that has Limburger cheese is Baumgartner's that I know of. Even though you can buy Limburger, in the grocery store, and also the only Limburger cheese factory in the United States is in at the Chalet factory that is just outside of Monroe on County End. So anyway. That sounds good there, Jim. KC9GCR, this is KC9YI.
Okay, sounds good there. Okay, Marvin K9RUK, did you copy that?
Yes, I did. Very good. Yeah, I'll be getting up there soon.
Okay, you might want to go during cheese days. That's the middle of next month there. Okay, speaking of stuff you like to put on your sandwiches, I'm asking a question. What do you like to put on your hamburgers, hot dogs, or brats, or whatever? You like to put on ketchup, mustard, pickle relish, or onions? What do you say?
If you're directing that back to me, K9RUK, like I mentioned, a Bucky Badger, creamy horseradish, or Dijon mustard. I don't like ketchup on anything.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was asking. Ketchup, mustard. What about mustard or pickle relish or onions there?
Onions, yes. Pickle relish, no, not really.
Okay, sounds good. The second question, on channel 39 on their local newscast, that morning mug club question, they were asking, what is your favorite restaurant you used to go to back in the day? Like Shakey's Pizza, or let's see, or Jerry's Hamburgers. They mentioned Hollywood, the drive-in, or something like that. And they were mentioning several other places there too. Which restaurant did you used to go to back in the day?
I like Shakey's, I like Round Round, and I like Lums. There's three of them right there. K9RUK.
Okay, sounds good. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, Marv, thanks for checking in and participating in the net there. Do we have any more stations you'd like to check in at this time?
KE9COB.
KE9COB, good evening, Mark. What's going on with you?
KE9COB here. Mark Loves Park. Good evening, everyone. Well, I'm just in my radio room here, playing with a computer, a laptop. I'm getting ready for other digital radio use. And I'm monitoring and listening to the Friday Night Fun Net, Jimmy. I enjoy the net. That's pretty much all I've done today is play with these computers and general household chores. I don't have anything else to add. No other traffic. I'll be listening for the entire net though. Back to KC9GCR net control.
Okay, sounds good, Mark. We got I did 5 tech trivia questions, and soon I'm going to do 5 general class, and then 5 more extra class. So that sounds good. I'm asking the question, Mark. What do you like to put on your hamburgers, hot dogs, or brats? Ketchup, mustard, let's see, pickle relish, or onions? What do you like to put on?
KE9COB. I guess I like mustard and onion on the hot dogs, and maybe relish and pretty much anything and everything on a burger. I like my burgers too. That about covers it. KE9COB.
Okay, I'm asking another question. What back in your growing up, like in your high school days, or whatever, or when you were growing up days or whatever, what was your favorite restaurant that you like to go to that's no longer in operation, like back in the day?
KE9COB again. I've lived in a lot of areas growing up. I went to several grade schools, several high schools, that kind of stuff. And my favorite one would have been in Champaign, Illinois. And I was in 5th grade. And it was a little mom and pop cafe type thing that I can't remember the name of any longer. I mean, that was 60 years ago or something like that. And the owners took a liking to the little kid, I guess, and I was even invited to join their family events. That's probably my fondest memory of a restaurant. Back to you.
I'll tell you what, Mark. With all this stuff going on about these vegetables and stuff, lettuce or something like that, being tainted or what have you, with the Taco Bell, Chipotle's, and another place pulling their lettuce and stuff. You want to go? I think the best place to go is go to your nearest mom and pop restaurant, or like your friendly neighborhood bar and grill. Yeah, but you see a lot of them advertised on TV. A Tavern on Clark. There's another place they advertise. I think you might be better off going to and supporting those places. Forget about going to these fast food places for a while. Okay, do we have any more stations I'd like to check in? Please go on out.
Kilowatt Echo 9 Norway.
KE9N, good evening, Kurt. What's going on with you?
Oh, not too much, Jimmy. Actually, I laid down to take a nap, and I just got up, a little while ago. But the heat just made me tired kind of today. And it's just been a busy week, just a lot of little things going on. And so it's just been a little busy. I'm kind of glad the weekend's here.
This is K-Son GCR, the Friday Night Fun Net on the W9XC Repair and Rockford, transmitting from Friday Night Fun Net Central and Freeport. Yeah, the weather's not supposed to be too bad. Well, we got a little bit of rain here, so we'll see what happens later tonight. But I'll tell you what, Monday and Monday night, you definitely gotta watch. We may be in for some severe weather. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, that's what they were kind of calling for. So we'll see how the winds blow, I guess. But everything going okay with you?
Oh yes. I mean the nets are going great. You're checking number 12. I had 12 checking so far. The bands, I think the bands have a little bit enhanced. I even had a station check-in from Sterling, Mark, N9NDI. I'm asking the question tonight. When you eat hamburgers, hot dogs, or brats, what do you like to put on? Ketchup, mustard, pickle relish, or onions? What do you say?
Well, ultimately, I guess I would have ketchup, mustard. I'm thinking pickles and sauteed onions, something to that effect.
Okay, sounds good. Now, during the morning newscast on Channel 39, they were doing that morning mug club question. What was your favorite restaurant you used to go to back when they were in operation, which are no longer in business? Like they were at Shakey's Pizza or Jerry's Hamburgers. They were going neck and neck there, and the other restaurants were behind. Like who was it? Oh yeah, Hollywood, the drive-in, or what have you there. Where did you used to go to? What was your favorite restaurant that's no longer in operation now?
The only thing, the first thing that came to mind was, and it wasn't so much like a restaurant at noon, but some place to go with someone else at night, was a Ground Round, and it was on East State Street, just a little bit west of East State and Alpine. It just kind of down the hill there a little bit, and I used to go there with some friends and things like that, but I don't think they're around anymore.
I think that was what Marva K9RUK was saying, or somebody was saying there too. So yeah, okay, sounds good. But that's what they were saying. We used to have a Jerry's Hamburgers here in Freeport, and I also mentioned about Dog and Suds. Oh boy, that was a wonderful, fun place back in the day. That's for sure. Okay, Kurt, I don't know if Dean will get on here or not. I sure would love to hear if he hasn't been on here in the cool's age. So, hey, thanks for checking in there, Kurt.
No problem. I'll be listening for about a half hour, probably somewhere in there. So, yeah, Dog and Suds. Now, that was another place. I lived in Stillman Valley, and we used to ride our bicycles over to Byron and go to the Dog and Suds. And this was in the days of, well, let's see, I was in high school. But it was kind of funny. You know how those mirrored sunglasses are? Sunglasses where they kind of had a mirror finish on the outside. We would occasionally we would sit on our bikes and we would watch the car hops go back and forth a little bit, and we told them they were like X-ray glasses, and we would just stare at them, walk down and walk up, and every time we do that, we go, "Hey, we can see you. We got like X-ray glasses," and occasionally they would actually turn a little red in the face because they were young enough they didn't know if they should believe us or not.
I can believe that, Kurt. You bet.
Yeah, that was another one though. In Byron, we would ride our bikes over there sometime. And then, of course, those were in the days where, I mean, you didn't have any problems with really crime or whatever. But I can remember I'd hightail it home from there. And it'd be, well, not quite like now, but 9 o'clock, somewhere in there, maybe 8:45. But I can remember with my 10-speed, and I had to get going, so I was riding pretty quick. And the worst thing that would happen to you during the summertime is a June bug would hit you right in the forehead. Man, it'd just about knock you off your bike.
I believe you there. I definitely believe that. That's for sure. Okay. Hey, Kurt, thanks for checking in. Well, you have a good evening. Thanks for checking in. We'll talk to you down the hall.
Hey, no problem. I'll be listening, Jimmy. KC9GCR, KE9N.
It sounds good. Thanks for checking in. Okay. Do we have any more stations you'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun at this time? Please call now. Okay, sounds good. Okay, now we're going to resume the trivia segment. I'm going to read 5 general class questions, and then after that we'll read 5 more extra class questions. Okay. Boy, first one. Now where did my magnifying glass go? Oh, here it is. Okay, all right. First question. I read that one last week. All right, okay. Which of the following would disqualify a third party from participating in sending a message via an amateur station? A. The third party's amateur license has been revoked and not reinstated. B. The third party is not a U.S. citizen. C. The third party is speaking in a language other than English. D. All of these choices are correct. Which of the following would disqualify a third party from participating in sending a message via an amateur station? A. The third party's amateur license has been revoked and not reinstated. B. The third party is not a U.S. citizen. C. The third party is speaking in a language other than English. D. All of these choices are correct. Anybody correct to answer this question? Okay. Which of the following would disqualify a third party from participating in sending a message via an amateur station? Correct answer is A, Alpha. The third party's amateur license has been revoked and not reinstated. Third-party communications is available to anyone except someone with a revoked amateur license from any country. This prevents someone whose ability to make use of amateur radio was taken away from regaining access to amateur frequencies under the guise of third-party communication. 97.115B2, General Class License Manual, page 3-12. Alright. Hold on here. Okay. Which of the following describes an azimuthal projection map? A map that shows accurate land masses. B, a map that shows true bearings and distances from a specific location. C, a map that shows the angle at which an amateur satellite crosses the equator. D, a map that shows the number of degrees longitude that an amateur satellite appears to move westward at the equator with each orbit. Which of the following describes an azimuthal projection map? A map that shows accurate land masses. B, a map that shows true bearings and distances from a specific location. C, a map that shows the angle at which an amateur satellite crosses the equator. D, a map that shows the number of degrees longitude that an amateur satellite appears to move westward at the equator with each orbit. Anybody have a correct answer to this question?
I'm going to try for B, Bravo, Jimmy.
You are correct, Eric. You are correct. Which of the following describes an azimuthal projection map? The correct answer is B, Bravo, a map that shows true bearings and distances from a specific location. An azimuthal map, or azimuthal equidistant projection map, is also called a great circle map. When this type of map is centered on your location, a straight line shows the true direction or bearing and shortest path to the destination. The bearing 180 degrees different from the short path direction shows the direction to point your antenna for long path communications. In parentheses, General Class License Manual, page 7-9. All right. I'll find another one here. Which of the following are the least reliable bands for long-distance communications during periods of low solar activity? A, 80 meters and 160 meters. B, 60 meters and 40 meters. C, 30 meters and 20 meters. D, 15 meters, 12 meters, and 10 meters. Which of the following are the least reliable bands for long-distance communications during periods of low solar activity? A, 80 meters and 160 meters. B, 60 meters and 40 meters. C, 30 meters and 20 meters. D, 15 meters, 12 meters, and 10 meters. Anybody have a correct answer to this question?
I think I'm going to go D Delta, Jimmy. I think it's going to be those higher bands like 10 and 12 and 15.
You are correct, Eric. You are correct. Which of the following are the least reliable bands for long-distance communications during periods of low solar activity? The correct answer is D Delta. 15 meters, 12 meters, and 10 meters. The higher the frequency, the more ionization is needed in the ionosphere in order to refract, or bend the radio signal back to the Earth. When solar activity is low, signals at higher frequencies will pass through the ionosphere into space instead of being refracted back to Earth. During periods of low solar activity, is 15 meter or 21 megahertz, 12 meter, 24.9 megahertz, and 10 meter, 28 megahertz bands are the least reliable. Each have bands for long distance communication. General class license manual page 8-7. Find another one here. Okay, what is the purpose of using a receive attenuator? A, to prevent receiver overload from strong incoming signals. B, to reduce the transmitter power when driving a linear amplifier. C, to reduce power consumption when operating from batteries. D, to reduce excessive audio level on strong signals. What is the purpose of using a receive attenuator? A, to prevent receiver overload from strong incoming signals. B, to reduce the transmitter power when driving a linear amplifier. C, to reduce power consumption when operating from batteries. D, to reduce excessive audio level on strong signals. Anybody have correct answer to this question?
KD9 MAP is guessing A alpha.
Okay, Kerry K9 MAP, we got you. There was another station trying to come in. Other station, what do you say?
That was KE9N. I was going to say A as an alpha, and good afternoon to Kerry.
You are both correct. You are both correct. What is the purpose of using a receive attenuator? Correct answer is A alpha, to prevent receiver overload from the strong incoming signals. A, too strong an input signal can overload a receiver, creating distortion products that interfere with reception of the desired signal. Using an attenuator reduces the input signal level and potential receiver overload. General Class License Manual, page 5-16. Okay. Kurt and Kerry, if you'd like to go do some rag chewing, go ahead.
Well, it's up to you, Kerry, I guess, in a way. I haven't talked to you in a long time and just wondered how things are going. Jimmy, I don't think Kerry's going to be rag chewing with me.
Okay, let's see what K9 MAP, Kerry, did you copy Kirk K9F? All right, I guess not. I just didn't want to interfere with you guys. All right. Here's another, we'll do another question here. How does the total current relate to the individual currents in a circuit of parallel resistors? A, it equals the average of the branch currents. B, it decreases as more parallel branches are added to the circuit. C, it equals the sum of the currents through each branch. D, it is the sum of the reciprocal of each individual voltage drop. How does the total current relate to the individual currents in a circuit of parallel resistors? A, it equals the average of the branch currents. B, it decreases as more parallel branches are added to the circuit. C, it equals the sum of the currents through each branch. D, it is the sum of the reciprocal of each individual voltage drop. Anybody have correct answer to this question? Okay, how does the total current relate to the individual currents in a circuit of parallel resistors? Correct answer is C, Charlie. It equals the sum of the currents through each branch. In a circuit which with several parallel branches, the total current flowing into the junction of the branches is equal to the sum of the current through each branch. This is Kirchhoff's current law. General Class License Manual, page 4-15. Let's find another one here. Okay. Why should wire wound resistors not be used in RF circuits? A. The resistor's tolerance value would not be adequate. B. The resistor's inductance could make circuit performance unpredictable. C. The resistor could overheat. D. The resistor's internal capacitance would detune the circuit. Why should wire wound resistors not be used in RF circuits? A. The resistor's tolerance value would not be adequate. B. The resistor's inductance could make circuit performance unpredictable. C. The resistor could overheat. D. The resistor's internal capacitance would detune the circuit. Anybody correct answer this question?
Still what? Echo 9 Norway.
For RF.
Okay, KE9N, we got you just a minute. There was another station trying to get another station to come back.
Oh, I think I might have been that other station, Jimmy. I was gonna say, what was it? Was it B Bravo, that, 2 inductive, for RF?
Okay, let's see what Kurt says. Kurt, KE9N, Kurt, what do you say?
No, I agree with him. I think the answer is B as in Bravo.
You are both correct. You are both correct. Why should wire wound resistors not be used in RF circuits? Correct answer is B Bravo. The resistor's inductance could make circuit performance unpredictable. I'll tell you, okay. The wire wound resistors are made exactly as their name implies. A length of wire made from a metallic alloy with high resistance is wound around a ceramic form to reduce the overall length of the resistor. The resistor is then coated with a ceramic or other insulating material to protect the wire. If this construction method sounds like an inductor to you, you are absolutely correct. It is not a good idea to use wire wound resistors in any RF circuits or anywhere you don't want some extra amount of inductance to be included in the circuit. The extra inductance will detune any resonant circuit to which it is connected or add unwanted inductive reactance to signal paths. General Class License Manual, page 4-20. Okay, a couple more here. Let's see, just a minute. Which of the following is characteristic of a switch mode power supply as compared to a linear power supply? A. Faster switching time makes higher output voltage possible. B. Fewer circuit components are required. C. High frequency operation allows the use of the smaller components. D. Inherently more stable. Which of the following is characteristic of a switch mode power supply as compared to a linear power supply? A. Faster switching time makes a higher output voltage possible. B. Fewer circuit components are required. C. High frequency operation allows the use of smaller components. D. Inherently more stable. Anybody have correct answer to this question? Okay, which of the following is characteristic of a switch mode power supply as compared to a linear power supply? Correct answer is C, Charlie. High frequency operation allows the use of smaller components. Okay, at this time, do we have any more stations that like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please phone up. Okay, now the next 5 questions are going to be from the extra class at Q&A. All right, here we go. Just a minute, let me find it. Just a minute. Hold on. I think I read this question last week. I'm not going to read it again. All right. Which of the following additional rules apply if you are erecting an amateur station antenna structure at the site at or near a public use airport? A. You may have to notify the Federal Aviation Administration and register it with the FCC as required by Part 97 of the FCC rules. B. You may have to enter the height above ground in meters and the latitude and longitude in degrees, minutes, and seconds on the FAA website. C. You must file an environmental impact statement with the EPA before construction begins. D. You must obtain a construction permit from the Airport Zoning Authority per Part 119 of the FAA regulations. Let me reset. Which of the following additional rules apply if you are erecting an amateur station antenna structure at a site at or near a public use airport? A. You may have to notify the Federal Aviation Administration and register it with the FCC as required by Part 97, Part 17 of the FCC rules. B. You may have to enter the height above ground in meters and the latitude and longitude in degrees, minutes, and seconds on the FAA website. C. You must file an environmental impact statement with the EPA before construction begins. D. You must obtain a construction permit from the Airport Zoning Authority per Part 119 of the FAA regulations. Anybody have correct answer to this question?
Is it A, alpha?
Yes, Eric, you are correct. You are correct. Which of the following additional rules apply if you are erecting an amateur station antenna structure at a site at or near a public use airport? Correct answer is A, alpha. You are right. You are right, Eric. You may have to notify the Federal Aviation Administration and register it with the FCC as required by Part 17 of the FCC rules. Although most amateur exam questions seem to refer to Part 97, for this question you will also need to consult Part 17. 97.115 Extra Class License Manual, page 3-7. That's a hard one. Find another one here. I don't know. I think the band's open. Was there a station trying to check in? Come on back. Okay. Which of the following techniques is used by digital satellites to relay messages? A. Digipeating. B. Store and forward. C. Multi-satellite relaying. D. Node hopping. Which of the following techniques is used by digital satellites to relay messages? A. Digipeating. B. Store and forward. C. Multi-satellite relaying. D. Node hopping. Anybody have correct answer to this question? Well, that's another hard question. Which of the following techniques is used by digital satellites to relay messages? Correct answer is B, Bravo, store, and forward. It refers to another question we're not going to worry about. Okay. Which of the following frequency ranges is most suited for meteor scatter communications? A. 1.8 megahertz to 1.9 megahertz. B. 10 megahertz to 14 megahertz. C. 28 megahertz to 148 megahertz. D. 220 megahertz to 450 megahertz. Which of the following frequency ranges is most suitable for meteor scatter communications? A. 1.8 megahertz to 1.9 megahertz. B. 10 megahertz to 14 megahertz. C. 28 megahertz to 448 megahertz. D. 220 megahertz to 450 megahertz. Anybody have correct answer to this question?
KC9YI.
Go ahead, Scott.
I'll take a wild guess and think it's C as in Charlie.
You are correct, Scott. You are correct. Which of the following frequency ranges is most suitable for meteor scatter communications? Correct answer is C, Charlie, 28 megahertz to 148 megahertz. Meteor scatter communications makes extended range VHF contacts possible by using the ionized meteor trail as a reflector. As a meteoroid speeds through the upper atmosphere, it begins to burn or vaporize as it collides with air molecules. This action creates heat and light and leaves a trail of free electrons and positively charges ions behind as the meteoroid races along. The electron density in a typical meteor trail will strongly affect radio waves between 28 and 148 megahertz. Signal frequencies as low as 20 megahertz and as high as 132 megahertz will be usable for meteor scatter communications at times. Extra class license manual page 10-18. Okay, what is the purpose of using a pre-scaler with a frequency counter? A. Amplify low-level signals for more accurate counting. B. Multiply a higher frequency signal so a low-frequency counter can display the operating frequency. C. Prevent oscillation in a low-frequency counter circuit. D. Reduce the signal frequency to within the counter's operating range. What is the purpose of using a pre-scaler with a frequency counter? A. Amplify low-level signals for more accurate counting. B. Multiply a higher frequency signal so a low-frequency counter can display the operating frequency. C. Prevent oscillation at a low-frequency counter circuit. D. Reduce the signal frequency to within the counter's operating range. Anybody have correct answer to this question?
KE9N.
Now, go ahead, Kurt.
I'm not sure, but I'm going to say D as in dog.
You are correct, Kurt. You are correct. It is D as in dog. What is the purpose of using a pre-scaler with a frequency counter? Correct answer is D delta. D as in dog. Reduce the signal frequency to within the counter's operating range. Most counters that are used at such high frequencies use a pre-scaler ahead of a lower frequency counter. A special type of frequency divider circuit, the pre-scaler reduces the signal's frequency by a factor of 10, 100, 1000, or some other integer divisor so that a low frequency counter can display the input frequency. Extra class license manual page 7-3. Okay, do we have any more stations who would like to check in the Friday Night Fun at this time? Please call now. Okay, at this time I'm gonna read some more technicians class signals here. Let's see if I can find one here. All right. Oh boy. Oh gee. Okay. Here we go. What is an electrical diagram using standard component symbols called? A. Connection chart. B. Instrumentation system. C. Schematic. D. Flow chart. Excuse me. What is an electrical diagram using the standard component symbols called? A. Connection chart. B. Instrumentation system. C. Schematic. D. Flow chart. Anybody have a correct answer to this question? Okay, so what is an electrical diagram using standard component symbols called? The correct answer is C, Charlie, schematic. Schematics are a visual description of a circuit and its components that use standardized drawing called circuit symbols. Stand by hotline.
Yeah, that's, I like the way
This is K9GCR with the Friday Night Fun Net on the W9AXC Repair in Rockford, transmitting from Friday Night Fun Net Central in Freeport. That was John K9DGF down in Elgin. He's hearing the repeater. He's not able to get in, so he called on the Friday Night Fun Net hotline. Did you hear that telephone ring, folks? That's a real telephone ring, not that phony baloney cell phone ring. It's the real McCoy, the tried and true. Okay, let me write down John's call there. I use a red ink K9DGF, the John and Elgin, the little HC, the HL for hotline, Friday Night Fun Net hotline check-in. So, okay, sounds good. All right. Any more stations wishing to check in, please call now. That's the first time we had a Friday Night Fun Net hotline check in about a month, I would say. We're still in the technician class. Oh boy, all right, well, hold on here. Okay, which of the following might reduce interference by an amateur station to a non-amateur over-the-air radio receiver? A. Block the amateur signal with a filter at the antenna input of the effective receiver. B. Block the interference signal with a filter on the amateur transmitter. C. Switch the transmitter from FM to SSB. D. Switch the transmitter to a narrow band mode. Which of the following might reduce interference by an amateur station to a non-amateur over-the-air radio receiver? A. Block the amateur signal with a filter at the antenna input of the affected receiver. B. Block the interference signal with a filter on the amateur transmitter. C. Switch the transmitter from FM to SSB. D. Switch the transmitter to a narrow band mode. Anybody have correct answer to this question? Okay. Which of the following might reduce interference by an amateur station to a non-amateur over-the-air radio receiver? The correct answer is A, alpha. Block the amateur signal with a filter at the antenna input of the effective receiver. Okay, find another one here. Okay. What does it mean if a satellite is operating in UV mode? A. The satellite uplink is in the 15-meter band and the downlink is in the 10-meter band. B. The satellite uplink is in the 77-meter band and the downlink is in the 2-meter band. C. The satellite operates using ultraviolet frequencies. D. The satellite frequencies are usually variable. What does it mean if a satellite is operating in UV mode? A. The satellite uplink is in the 15-meter band and the downlink is in the 10-meter band. B. The satellite uplink is in the 77-meter band and the downlink is in the 2-meter band. C. The satellite operates using ultraviolet frequencies. D. The satellite frequencies are usually variable. Anybody have correct answer to this question?
KE9N.
Go ahead, Kurt.
I'm going to say B as in Bravo.
You are correct, Kurt. You are correct. What does it mean if a satellite is operating in UV mode? Correct answer is B, Bravo. The satellite uplink is in the 70-centimeter band and the downlink is in the 2-meter band. A satellite's mode specifies the bands on which it is transmitting and receiving. Mode is specified as 2 letters separated by a slash. The first letter indicates the uplink band and the second letter indicates the downlink band. For example, the uplink for a satellite in UV mode is in the UHF band, 70 centimeters, and the downlink is in the VHF band at 2 meters. Handling the license manual pages 6-24. All right. What are the toughest questions in the text, general, or extra Q&A? Your tower questions, of course. Those of you who are getting your studying for your new ham radio licenses, when you get your licenses, someday you're going to be involved in tower climbing expedition. You're going to be climbing the tower itself. You're going to be part of the ground support crew. Next question, which I'm about to read, if you get it correct at a BE testing session near you, it might be your ticket to getting your license. All right. Under what circumstances is it safe to climb a tower without a helper or observer? A, when no electrical work is being performed. B, when no mechanical work is being performed. C, when the work being done is not more than 20 feet above the ground. D, never. Under what circumstances is it safe to climb a tower without a helper or observer? A, when no electrical work is being performed. B, when no mechanical work is being performed. C, when the work being done is not more than 20 feet above the ground. D, never. You tower climbers should know the correct answer to this question by heart. Anybody have a correct answer to this question?
KC9YI.
Go ahead, Scott.
I think it's D as in Delta, never.
You are correct, Scott. You are correct. Under what circumstances is it safe to climb a tower without a helper or observer? Correct answer is D, Delta, never. Having a ground crew is important. Avoid climbing alone wherever possible because it's never safe. Hammer the license manual, page 9-19. Oh, okay, people are doing good tonight, folks. This is great. Do we have any more stations I'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go now. Okay, I'll tell you what, at this time, I'm going to give you a rundown of all the other nets we have in the area. In about 15 minutes, if those of you, if you can tune into 443.750 repeater in Chicago, or 440.950 repeater in Janesville, that's Chad's WI9HF repeater, the Chicago Night Watch net will be getting underway. That runs every night, 7 nights a week, starting at 10 o'clock. So they usually have like a weekly get-together in one of the local establishments. So I don't know. Sometimes there's not even a net on Friday night. So we'll just wait and see what happens. Don't forget the Saturday evening Ranger net tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. on this repeater. Sunday evening, you have the Big Thunder Ham Radio Club net, which meets on the 147.375 repeater in Belvedere. At 7 p.m. At 7:30 p.m., you got the Green County Aries Races net, which meets on the 145.110 repeater in Monroe. At 7:30, Scott Case 9YI is net control. Okay. The Monday Night Rah-Rah Info net meets at 7 p.m. on this repeater. I think I'll be net control next week. Larry, K9 KCG was net control last week. He and I shared the duties as net control operator. At 8 p.m., you got the Lee County net. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what? I forgot to mention this. Tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. on this repeater, I will be doing the bi-monthly Illinois Region 1 Hospital Radio System test. That is held on the second Saturday of the even-numbered months. So we will be meeting tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. on this repeater. The purpose of the net is to find out if any of the ham radio equipment in any of the hospitals is working. Well, so far we've heard nobody, there are no ham radio operators operating in the hospital except for the one down in Morrison or Sterling. So that's about it. They also call for other check-ins from any other station in the area. We go by county in alphabetical order. Winnebago County being the last county to be called. Let me reset. As soon as I'll be net control of this is the Rockford portion, and then when we get done, I'll switch over to 147.165 repeater in Oregon, where Lloyd K9 APW down through will be net control. He's the EC for IEMA region number 2, which Stevenson and Winnebago County are part. After they get done on that repeater, they'll switch over to the 146.970 repeater in Dixon, where they'll conclude the net on that repeater. Again, it's the Illinois Region 1 Hospital Radio System test. They'll be meeting tomorrow at 9 a.m. here on this repeater. All the bands really open tonight because I'm picking up another repeater here. So every time I unkey the mic. Continuing on with the other nets, let's see. The Monday Night Rah-Rah Info net at 7 p.m. on this repeater. The Lee County net at 8 p.m. on the 146.970 repeater. And the Kishwaukee Hams Radio Club net, which meets on the 6.730 repeater in DeKalb.
Aye.
Tuesday evenings, you got the Tuesday evening net with Larry Ace9GO on his net control on this repeater. At 8:30, you got the Ogle County AMS net, which meets on the 147.165 repeater in Oregon or China. Then after they get done with that net, they go to 146.595 for a brief simplex net. After they get done with that net, they switch back to the 165 repeater and stand by for the 9 o'clock areas of Skywarn net. Wednesday evenings, you got the Wednesday evening chat net on this repeater at 7 p.m. Also at 7 p.m., I do the Steams County areas net on the 147.390 repeater here in Freeport. Also at 8 p.m. on the 147.390 repeater, we have our Wednesday evening swap net. Runs from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. for all traffic is handled. Mel, N9RPN, the trustee of the repeater, does Hampshire Radio Newsline. 15-minute independent news broadcaster both in the entire of Hampshire Radio. Then, let's see. Thursday evenings, you got the, on this repair at 7 p.m., you got the weekly Winnebago County Skywarn training net with Doug, KC9CNS as your net control station. Then at 8 p.m. on the 440.950 repair in Janesville, you have the Badger Prairie Roundtable net. At also Thursday evening at 7 p.m. on the 146.730 repeater. The DeKalb County Areas Group holds its weekly Thursday evening net. On HF, you got the Senile net, which meets every morning, Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. local time, 1400, 1500 hours Zulu with Chuck, WD9BB Internet Control Operator on 14.287 megahertz, 20 meters upper sideband. Okay, you're all caught up to date on your local net. Support your local net control operators, your local nets, your local repeaters. Remember, if any ham radio club, by all means, support your local club. And your local, whatever. Okay, at this time, any more stations wishing to check in the Friday Night Fun net, please call now. Once again, folks, the band is wide open because I'm picking up another repeater on this frequency. Okay, I'll read a couple more questions, and then that will probably do it. All right. What is the magnitude of the circulating current within the components of a parallel LC circuit and resonance? A, it is at a minimum. B, it is at a maximum. C, it equals 1 divided by the quantity 2 times pi plus the square root of inductance L multiplied by capacitance C. D, it equals 2 times pi plus the square root of inductance L multiplied by capacitance C. I would have to choose a stupid math question. What is the magnitude of the circulating current within the component of a parallel LC circuit in resonance? A, it is at a minimum. B, it is at a maximum. C, it equals 1 divided by the quantity 2 times pi plus the square root of inductance L multiplied by capacitance C. D, it equals 2 times pi plus times the square root of inductance L multiplied by capacitance. Anybody have correct answer to this question? right. What is the magnitude of the circulating current within the components of a parallel LC circuit in resonance? The correct answer is B Bravo. It is at a maximum. And I'm not going to even bother reading the explanation there. Okay, one more. What is the most useful characteristic of a Zener diode? A constant current drop under conditions of varying voltage. B, a constant voltage drop under conditions of varying current. C, a negative resistance region. D, an internal capacitance that varies with the applied voltage. What is the most useful characteristic of a Zener diode? A constant current drop under conditions of varying voltage. B, a constant voltage drop under conditions of varying current. C, a negative resistance region. D, an internal capacitance that varies with the applied voltage. Anybody correct to answer this question?
KE9N.
Go ahead, Kurt.
I'm going to say B as in boy.
You are correct, Kurt. You are correct. What is the most useful characteristic of a Zener diode? Correct answer is B Bravo. A constant voltage drop under conditions of varying current. Zener diodes operate with current flowing in the reverse direction from regular diodes. They are specially manufactured to exhibit a constant voltage drop over a wide range of currents. A Zener diode can be used as a voltage regulator because of this ability to maintain a constant voltage. Handwritten license, extra class license manual, page 5-5. Have I got the right one? I sure do, yes. Okay, one moment, please. This is going to be the last question of the evening. What is the function of a decade counter? A, it produces one output pulse for every 10 input pulses. B, it decodes a decimal number for display on a 7-segment LED display. C, it produces 10 output pulses for every input pulse. D, it decodes a binary number for display on a 7-segment LED display. What is the function of a decade counter? A, it produces one output pulse for every 10 input pulses. B, it decodes a decimal number for display on a 7-segment LED display. C, it produces 10 output pulses for every input pulse. D, it decodes a binary number for display on a 7-segment LED display. Anybody correct to answer this question? Okay, what is the function of a decade counter? The correct answer is A alpha. It produces one output pulse for every 10 input pulses. A decade counter produces one output pulse for every 10 input pulses. Counter circuits are also called dividers. Extra class license manual, page 5-23. I want to thank everybody for participating in Friday Night Fun and Trivia. It was a great, big success. I think everybody got all the answers right. All right. Any more stations wishing to check in, please call now. This is K-Son G-Star with the Friday Night Fun Net on W9XT repeating Rockford, transmitting from Friday Night Fun Net Central in Freeport. It is now 10 p.m. curfew time. Parents, do you know where your children are at? Lockdown, lockdown. Winnebago County Jail is now going into lockdown. When Kerry K9 MAP, he was telling me he used to listen to the county jail frequencies when they were operating, still using a VHF high band analog. Every night at 10 p.m., the dispatcher radio all the corrections officers. Lockdown, lockdown. Time to secure the jail. Time to put the jailbirds to bed. Night-night, jailbirds. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Okay. Any more stations wishing to check in the Friday Night Fun Net, please call now. Well, I want to thank everybody for participating. I want to thank everybody for participating in Friday Night Fun Net Trivia. This is a great net. So, okay. Don't forget, this net is live streaming and being recorded on YouTube. Be sure to listen. Be sure to those of you maybe just joining us. Be sure you listen to this net. You can listen to past editions of the Friday Night Fun Net. It's Friday night, every night of the week with the Friday Night Fun Net YouTube. Listen to the Friday Night Fun Net all day, every day, or all night, every night. Let's say it's 3 in the morning. You can't sleep. You decide you're going to turn the YouTube on, listen to Friday Night Fun Net. If that doesn't put you to sleep, I don't know what will. Okay, I want to thank Ra for the use of the repeater. I'm going to run down the list of stations I've checked in so far. Myself, K9GCR, under control. N9NDI, Mark and Sterling. K9QPL, Mark, Paul and Loves Park. K9VQ, American, Monroe, Wisconsin. K9CNS, Doug in Rockford. KB9OLF, Ruben in Cedarville. K9MAP, Kerry in Rockford, who's live streaming and recording this net on YouTube. K9YI, Scott Monroe, W9BL. Rob in Marengo, Illinois, K9RUK. Marvin Rockford, K9CLB, Mark in the Park, Marvin Loves Park. K9Ed, Kurt in Boone County, and last but certainly not least, K9DGF, John and Elgin, text on the Friday Night Fun Net hotline. Okay.
Oh, man.
Maybe your last check-in?
Station the check-in, go ahead.
Take it on the road.
NIBWM, Jimmy. Good evening.
Come on there.
N9BWM, good evening, Bruce. What's going on with you?
On a quarter mile.
Just got back from a week up in Michigan. Up there fishing and having fun.
A week.
Okay, okay, good. Did you have a good time up there?
Oh, yeah, it was a wonderful time.
That's great. That is definitely great. There's 2 questions I'm asking tonight. What are your on your hand when you eat hamburgers, hot dogs, or brats? What is your favorite and condiments you like to put on? Ketchup, mustard, let's see, pickle relish or onions? What do you like to put on?
Well, on hamburgers, mayonnaise, lettuce, tomato, ketchup, pickle, and onion. And on hot dogs, mustard and relish.
Okay, that's great. And Channel 39 was having a morning mug club question this morning. What is your favorite restaurant that you used to go to back in the day which are no longer operating? It was close between Jerry's Hamburgers and Shakey's Pizza, but I think I think Shakey's came out on top. Well, I mentioned like the Dog and Sons and some other places there. What was your favorite restaurant back in the day?
Getting somebody else coming in underneath you, Jimmy. I'm sorry, I didn't catch what you said.
Well, there's another repeater coming in too, but let's be on the safe side, see if somebody else wants to check in. Anybody else want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net, please call now. Oh, that's another repeater coming in. I was asking you, channel 1739 this morning on their local news. They have their morning mug club questions. What was your favorite restaurant you used to go to that is no longer in operation? It came down between Shakey's Pizza and Jerry's Hamburgers. I think Shakey's came out on top, but what do you say?
Well, I really used to like to go to Barnaby's. But in between those two, I'd probably pick Shakey's.
Way back in the late 60s, early 70s, I used to go to my older sister and my brother-in-law. They're both dead now. They lived on Alpha Lane, just north of Northwest Rockford, just north of off of North Rockton. A couple times we used to go to Shakey's. That was a nice place. And one time we took my mom and dad over there. Dad really liked that place. He wasn't a pizza eater, but he enjoyed listening to the music and stuff there. But Shakey's, that was a wonderful place.
Yeah, sure was.
That's for sure. Okay, Bruce, I'm going to let you go. Thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net, and enjoy your evening, enjoy your weekend.
There you go. It's 131
Thank you, sir. You do the same.
station here.
And thank you for checking in. Do we have any more stations that like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net this time? Please call now.
By the time I get
Okay, I want to thank everybody for checking in. Hey, be sure you tell your mothers, your fathers, and sons and daughters, your brothers and sisters, and aunts and uncles, your nieces, your nephews, your grandparents, your in-laws, and neighbors across the street, down the street, next door. Be sure you tell your butcher, your baker, your candlestick maker. Be sure to tell the clerk behind the checkout counter of your grocery store. Be sure to tell the clerk behind the counter of your convenience store. Be sure to tell your waiters and waitresses and bartenders at your friendly neighborhood bars, restaurants, taverns, or pubs. Okay, as I was saying, be sure you tell your mothers and fathers, your sons and daughters, your brothers and sisters, and aunts and uncles, your nieces, your nephews, your neighbors, your in-laws, your grandparents, your in-laws, your neighbors across the street, down the street, next door. Be sure you tell your butcher, your baker, your candlestick maker. Be sure you tell the clerk behind the checkout counter of your grocery store. Be sure you tell the clerk behind the counter of your convenience store. Be sure you tell your waiters, your waitresses, and your bartenders at your friendly neighborhood bars, restaurants, taverns, or pubs. Be sure to tell your local restaurant, your local bar and grill, and your your people who work there. When you order food, be sure you tell your be sure you tell your new car dealer, your used car dealer, your garage mechanic. Be sure you tell the clerk behind the counter at the local post office when you buy your stamps, mail letters, or pick up your mail, or be sure you tell your bank cashier, your bank teller, when you go to your local bank to cash your checks, your local withdraw money, put money in the bank. If you won your lottery ticket, make sure you put it in the bank. Be sure you tell your priests, your ministers, and rabbis, your mullahs, your ayatollahs, or your moms. Be sure you tell members of local PTA or PTO. Tell your priests, your ministers, your rabbis, your mullahs, your ayatollahs, or your imams. Be sure you tell your probation officer, or parole officer, or divorce lawyer. Be sure you tell your boyfriends, your girlfriends, your ex-boyfriends, your ex-girlfriends, your husbands, your wives, your ex-husbands, your ex-wives, your ex-in-laws, of course, your old ladies about Friday Night Fun Net. The more check-ins the better net makes you have valid FCC license before you check in. I'm sorry, folks, we do not take check-ins from jailbirds, jammers, potty mouths, crackheads, dopeheads, potheads, telemarketers.
9, 8.
If you sit in the clubhouse, take a knee or clench your fist when the U.S. national anthem is being played, we don't take your check-ins. You don't back the blue, we don't take your check-ins. That's just plain old all there is to it. This concludes our main business for the Friday Night Fun Net. This is the last call for any station who want to check the Friday Night Fun Net. With the traffic, please call K9GCR. Call for Ratchet Talk. This concludes the Friday Night Fun Net for Friday, August 7, 2026, with a total of 14 check-ins. I'm now going to close down this net and return the repairs to frequency normal average radio use at 10:12 p.m. Central Daylight Time, 4 hours, 12 minutes Zulu time. Again, with a total of 14 check-ins. So this is K9GCR saying 7-3 to all, and to all a good night. K9GCR. Good night, everybody.
See you later, Jimmy. KE9N.
Okay, Kurt, thanks for checking in. You have a good night. Talk to you. K9GCR. Good night. Okay, Kerry K9MAP, if you're listening, I had 14 check-ins. The net last 2 hours, 12 minutes, 14 check-ins overall. K9GCR, be clear.